Alex, thank you so much for taking time to chat with me today.
Oh, of course. Glad to be here.
Yeah. So you have been attending the Loft gathering for how long?
Since its inception, which I think we're running up on 4 years now.
Okay. How did you come across the church or the gathering 4 years ago?
Actually, I'd been a member of Westwood United Methodist since 2005.
Okay.
When I was out here, my parents wanted to make sure I found a good home base for a trip. Who else, right? They're the only ones, and so they wanted to find a great community for me to be a part of, and found Westwood on the internet. And I've been with the church since 2005, and uh, our small groups kind of were the beginnings of what the loft ended up being, and so I was very happy to be a part of that when that was going on.
Okay. All right. And you moved, where did you move from?
I moved from Louisiana.
Okay. Wow. That's where you grew up?
Yeah, that's where I grew up. I spent a year in New York for college, and then I came out here to finish my studies. So, yeah.
What is it about the Loft that really that you enjoy or you connect with?
Uh, Similar with the sanctuary service, it's a community of people. Y- Going to church never feels like a chore or something that I feel obligated to do. I'm excited to do it because I'm around people that I genuinely enjoy and that I'm growing with. And from a spiritual standpoint, I think that I've grown exponentially since the Loft's inception because of the spiritual theology that we have engaged in and have really been trying to go deeper and deeper and deeper into our tradition and our heritage and moving forward. Where do we see ourselves as Christians in this new kind of world that we're living in?
Mm. I know part of that spiritual growth has been it has involved serving both there as part of the Loft, and you serve right now in the technical capacity, audio video. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yes, I do.
And how did you get involved in that? What drew you to that?
A need. That's that's one of the best things about our church. If there is a need there, then you possibly could be the one to fill it.
Right.
Chris and Bo approached me, and I was they asked me to be a part of the leadership at the Loft, which I was very grateful for. But then I saw that Chris was trying to also manage the kind of technical aspect, and so uh, there was a need there, and I wanted to offer my services as well as other people who participated in making the Loft run Sunday to Sunday.
And was AV part of your background or part of your day job or?
I went to film school, so there is that, and so I was very familiar. But once Chris kind of ran me through it, it was very easy, and it's also a part of the service. You can kind of you're helping to continue to set the tone for the service and the emotional experience that people are having.
And so I'm assuming you get there early, you're setting up, you're making things happen. Like
Yeah.
take me through an average week, what you do to serve as part of the audio video.
Oh, wow. So Chris and Bo have their worship order, and it's printed out, and sometimes it has light cues, and sometimes it doesn't. So I get there at about 9:15. While the band's playing, I go up and I check and I start making light cues depending on where I anticipate uh, things for the worship service will be taking place, such as the prayer and the scripture, and where Chris and Bo will be presenting. And I start to kind of play around with the lights a little bit and kind of look at our slides that are going to be a part of the visuals and kind of see if I can marry the audio with or the visuals with the lighting cues, so it can kind of seem very seamless.
What do you enjoy the most about serving in this capacity?
Uh, you know, People like having a sense of purpose, and when you can contribute to your community, I think I really, I don't know, I really gravitated towards that because I felt like I was really helping out, and there was a need there, and I wanted to help fill that. And in the process, I've ended up training a couple of more people who have kind of taken that role. If I'm not there, or even if I am there, it's great because it allows me to kind of move around Loft and talk to newer folks and build those relationships that are there.
What are your hopes for the loft as you think about the next year or two? Like just as a person who's key to the leadership and serving in the community, what are some of your hopes and dreams for the community?
Um, I hope that we become a place for a place that people feel that is a safe place for them. That this could be a place where they could maybe start over again. That they may have had a difficult experience with church and spirituality, but that the loft through Westwood could be a place for them to start over. And my hope is more than growth by individuals, but by growth within the individual. And so my hope is that we have more people who are feeling a sense of ownership of this space, that this is our space. This isn't just the people who started the loft or Chris and Bo, but that this is our space together, and we are building community together. We've had 5 babies born from January 20th to March 6th. And so there's what everybody's been doing in the loft is they've been going to each family and bringing them food and kind of fellowshipping with them. And that's the kind of love that we want to engender with our community.
I love it. Very cool. Well, man, I appreciate you just sharing your heart and appreciate your involvement in the loft. That's amazing. And my hope is that you're inspiring others to get involved by just sharing your story. So thank you.